The same success this year?
Well, history will tell you that no team has ever defended their title before. I know the seasons are only 4 years old, but you know, that will obviously tell you that it's not easy to do. It doesn't happen in many countries throughout the world, to be fair, where champions win it one season and then win it the following season. It doesn't happen that often. Certainly in England, I think Manchester United did it a couple of times, but Manchester City have failed to do it, and Chelsea have failed to do it, Arsenal have failed to do it, and it's a tough ask to come back and do it again, and particularly when you roughly got the same squad. You know, you have to make sure that the players are still as hungry as they were last year, and still as motivated, and really that's down to me. I have to make sure that my players have the right mental state in every match. Mentally, you need to be tough. We're going to be a target for everybody. Everybody will want to beat us. We're the champions of the country, and everyone will try that much harder against us. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but you know, that's the goal that we set ourselves. We don't just want to win it one year and disappear off the face of the earth. You look at the last 2 years and the last two champions before us last season, they both failed miserably the following season. Unfortunately, Chennai, we won it in the manner in which we did, and then the following season we didn't follow it up. You know, we had a poor season, and ATK last season, as champions, they had a very poor season. So we don't want that to happen to us, and we've seen what can happen if you're not focused, if you don't concentrate, and if you don't have that same hunger and desire to want to win the league again. So you've seen my group of boys this morning. They're still very much together. We've lost one or two. We've lost our captain, who was instrumental in us winning the title last year. He had an unbelievable season. He got injured in the final. He played with an injury during the final. So many times during the game he thought he'd have to come off, but he just battled on, because that's the kind of character that he is. So we will miss him in that respect, but we've signed Eli Sabia, who we know that can equally be as effective on the pitch as well. So we feel that we're in good shape, and we're just waiting to get started now. It's been a long pre-season, so we'll be ready.
So it will be a pressure for you this time?
The questions earlier. There's pressure as champions, yeah, of course there are, but I won't let it get to my players. The players will just continue to just be relaxed, the same as they've always been. Just get out there and play. We have a fantastic atmosphere in the training camp, in the pre-season camp, and today, when they're on the bus, when they're together, they're a really great bunch to work with. And there's no pressure on them. The pressure is on myself more than anything, and I'm quite willing to take the pressure and to take the pressure away from the players.
So you're going to make the sweet pressure on you? So you're going to take this as a sweet pressure on you?
Yeah, of course it is. The pressure's more on me than it is on them. They can just relax and enjoy it as best they can. They work together as a team, so I've got no doubts in my mind that they won't be ready to start fighting as from next Sunday.
And how are you going to make use of these youth, jam-packed players?
Well, we analyse their players every single day, everything they do. Every single training session we take, we watch them, we talk about them, we go back into the staff room after the game, into the coach's room, and we talk about the players. We talk about how they're performing in that particular training session. So we look at all our kids. We'll look at them every day. We'll look at them over a period of time. We'll watch them very, very closely, and there will be times when we throw them on the bench. We'll put them on the bench one week. And try and get them on the pitch, just to see if they can cope with the pressure. You know, some of the kids sometimes, you know, even playing with the foreigners in training, they feel they feel a little bit of pressure. You know, because they're playing with some of these guys have obviously come from Spain and Brazil and Holland, and they've come over to this country, and the young kids suddenly they feel under pressure even in a training session. We try and take that pressure away from the youngsters, and we allow them to develop, we allow them to pressure. There's no pressure on the young players at all from us. We just want them to learn as much as they can. And I said it last year and I'll say it again this year. All our players in 12 months' time, at the end of this season, they'll be better players than they are right this minute, because we'll give them a lot of attention. We'll help them with our coaching methods on the training ground, with our fitness methods, how to look after themselves, how to eat, how to drink. It is the whole thing that we give them. We give them everything, and to prepare them as best we can for matches. And at the end of last season, Tupper was a better player, Jerry was a better player, German-Prieg was a better player. Those three in particular all had very good seasons, and they're just young kids, and they're grown up now, and they've moved up and they're being replaced now. We have more young boys coming into our squad, and Jerry now. You look at Jerry; he's like a senior. He's like a senior player now. He's 20 years of age. Tupper is now 20 years of age, and it wasn't so long ago that they were only sort of 17, 18, still wet behind the ears, still learning their trade, and they've made tremendous progress in the last 12 months in particular. So we're looking at our young squad, and they're all hungry and want to get in the team, and they're putting pressure. Now Jerry is looking behind him. Start of last year, he was actually trying to get himself in the team on a regular basis. He is now a regular, and now he is looking behind him at the likes of Tondon and Hendry. Will be putting him under pressure for his position, which is fantastic. So we're a very lucky club to have so many good young players.
And there's a lot of crowds they've been expecting this year too. And what's your message for them?
Well, our message is just, listen guys, just keep up the support that you've given us. Last year was amazing. We had an amazing journey last year. Who'd have thought that after a quiet start we went on to lift the championship, but they'll be expecting a lot from us, the fans, this year, and just keep supporting us, keep being there, and we will do our very, very best to retain the title.
We heard that Dhanapal Ganesh is carrying an injury. What is the status of him? What are the chances
we'll make an announcement on that in the next couple of days, but he's got an injury. He's certainly going to miss the first 5 matches. So that's as much as I can say at the moment, if you don't mind. But he'll certainly miss the first 5 games. So he picked up an injury on the training ground, and it's obviously going to keep him out for a couple of weeks. So we're hoping that he'll return to the squad at any given stage. But certainly the first 5 matches, he'll miss the first 5 games.
And another,
but it gives the chance to somebody else. If you remember, a year ago he wasn't even in the team, and he came in against North End at home, had an outstanding game, and held his place ever since. And it gives a chance to one of our younger ones really to step up and step in his place. We're going to miss him, no doubt about it. He's a big player for us. But when one door sort of closes, another one opens for somebody. So there's a chance for somebody to get in and grasp the opportunity of getting in the team.
Last question. Will the door open for the new player, Pandya?
It's a local guy.
We'll see. I mean, I won't obviously speak too much about it. It's just a great kid. We felt that we watched him for quite a long time now, and he had an outstanding year last year. He's a local boy, which fans and ourselves, we love to see our local boys develop. As you know, there's a bit of a hotbed of football up in the north, isn't there? Up in the northeast of India, where a lot of our players are from. But Chennai is not really renowned for producing players, producing a lot of players. But we've got 2 now in our squad. So let's hope there must be some more out there somewhere. If you know any, just let us know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, guys, thank you very much. Have a great day. Have you had lunch yet?
You should. Come, let's have.
You're going to have it now?
Yeah, come.
Here? They're going to have it here?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got some lunch for me?
Yes.
Spoiled.
Come, we'll